Hi students, in this lesson you would get to know the origin and history of animation. Though this lesson does not deal with the software design used on animation, it explains to you what animation per se is and how it helps you in projecting various images of different cultural and scientific traditions. Animation is certainly a professional skill very much needed in terms of industry, which is inviting billions of dollars investment in it as visual communication is fast expanding both in terms of graphics and filmmaking. The ultimate aim of animation is to enhance the visual experience through films that play a key role in educating, informing and annihilating the humans. To inform the learner of visual communication, the history and various definitions of animation. To educate the learner about various ways animations are obtained in the past and now. To inform how animation is done in various modes and the basics of those models. Animation is a method in which pictures are manipulated to appear as moving images. In traditional animation, images are drawn or painted by hand on transparent celluloid sheets to be photographed and exhibited on film. Today, most animations are made with computer generated imagery, which is called CGI. Computer animation can be very detailed 3D animation, while 2D computer animation can be used for stylistic reasons, low bandwidth or faster real time renderings. Other common animation methods apply a stop motion technique, 2 and 3 dimensional objects like paper, cutouts, puppets or clay figures. Commonly, the effect of animation is achieved by rapid succession of sequential images that minimally differ from each other. The illusion, as in motion pictures in general, is thought to lie on the phi phenomenon and beta movement, but the exact causes are still uncertain. Analog mechanical animation media that rely on the rapid display of sequential image, the phenakistoscope, geotrope, flickbook, praxinoscope and film. Popular electronic animation media that originally were analog and now operate digitally. For display on the computer, techniques like animated GIF and flash animation were developed. Animation is more pervasive than many people realize. Apart from short films, feature films, animated GIFs and other media dedicated to the history of moving images, animation is also prevalent in video games, motion graphics, user interfaces and visual effects. The physical movement of image parts through simple mechanics, for instance moving images in magic lantern shows, can also be considered animation. The mechanical manipulation of three-dimensional puppets and objects to emulate living beings has a very long history and automata. Electronic automata were popularized by Disney as animatronics. Animators are the artists who specialize in creating animation. The word animation stems from Latin animation, stem of animatio, meaning a bestowing of life. The primary meaning of the English word is liveliness and has been in use much longer than the meaning of moving image medium. Although examples of sequential images can be found occasionally throughout the history of art, there is no evidence of any related technology that enabled the artists to view their creations in motion before 1833. Other ways to create moving images by manipulating figures by hand or with mechanics can be recognized in puppetry, automata, shadow play, and since around 1659 the magic lantern. In 1833, the phenakistoscope introduced the stroboscope principle of modern animation, which would also provide the basis for geotrope. The flipbook, the praxinoscope, Muybridge's geopraxiscope and cinematography. A few years before the breakthrough of cinema in 1895, Charles Emile Reynaud had much success with his pantomimes lumineuses. These animated films each contained 300 to 700 frames that were manipulated back and forth to last 10 to 15 minutes per film. Piano music, song and some dialogues were performed live, while some sound effects were synchronized with an electromagnet. From 28 October 1892 to March 1900, Reynaud gave over 12,800 shows to total over 5 lakh visitors at the Musée Grevin in Paris. A few years after film became popular medium, some manufacturers of optical toys produced many chromolithography film loops for adapted toy magic lanterns, usually with images traced from live action film footage. At a time when hardly any animation could be seen in theatres, kids would project these animation loops at home. Some easy filmmakers including J. Stuart Blackton, Arthur Melbourne, Cooper, Segundo D. Comon and Edwin S. Potter experienced with stop motion animation possibly since around 1899. Blackton's The Haunted Hotel 1907 was the first huge success that baffled audiences with objects apparently moving by themselves. The short film inspired other filmmakers to try the technique. J. Stuart Blackton's humorous faces of funny faces is usually regarded as the first animated film on standard picture film. It was partly animated on a chalkboard and partly with cutouts. Emily Quahle's Phantasmagorie is the oldest known example of what became known as the traditional animation. Great artistic and very influential animation were made by Ladislas Starwich with his puppet animation since 1910 and by Winsor McCay with detailed drawn animation in films such as Little Nemo and Gertie the Dinosaur. Gertie was also an early example of character development in drawn animation and featured a scene with live action recording of McCay interacting with Gertie in a drawn landscape. During the 1910s, the production of animated cartoons became an industry. The most successful producer at the time was John Randolph Bray, who along with animator Errol Hurd patented the cell animation process that dominated the animation industry for the rest of the century. In 1917, Argentine director Quirino Cristiani made the first feature-length film El Apostol, which became a critical and commercial success. It was followed by Cristiani's Sin Dejar Rastros in 1918, but one day after its premiere, the film was confiscated by the government in 1999. The silent animated short Feline Follies marked the debut of Felix the cat, become the first animated character in the silent film era to gain significant popularity. After working on it for 3 years, Lotte Reiniger released the German feature-length Silhouette animation Die Abentur des Prinzen Achmed in 1926. In 1928, Steamboat Willie featuring Mickey Mouse popularized film with synchronized sound and put Walt Disney Studio at the forefront of animation industry. In 1932, Disney also introduced the innovation of full color in flowers and trees as part of 3-year-long exclusive deal with Technicolor. The enormous success of Mickey Mouse is seen as the start of the golden age of American animation that would last until 1960s. The United States dominated the world market of animation, plethora of cell animated theatrical shots. Several studios would introduce characters that would become very popular and would have long lasting careers, including Walt Disney's production Goofy and Donald Duck, Warner Brothers. Cartoon Looney Tunes characters like Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, Tweety, Wile E. Coyote and Ronald Runner, Freesia Studios, Paramount Cartoon Studios, Betty Boop, Popeye licensed by King Feature Syndicate, Superman licensed by DC Comics and Casper, MGM Cartoon Studio, Tom and Jerry, the Droopy Walter Lange Productions, Universal Studios, Cartoons Woody Woodpecker, Terry Toon, 20th Century Fox Mighty Mouse and United Artists Pink Panther. Apart from their success in theatres, such characters would also prove very lucrative when licensed for all kinds of merchandise. In 1937, Disney released their first animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was a tremendous success worldwide. The Fleischer's Studio followed this example in 1939 with Gulliver's Travels with some success. Partly due to foreign markets being cut off by the Second World War, Disney's next feature film, Pinocchio Fanta 1940 and Fleischer Studio's second animated feature film, Mr. Bug Goes to Town, failed at the box office. For decades afterwards, Disney would be the only American studio to regularly produce animated features. Competition arose in 1986 with Sullivan Bluth Studios, An American Tale, and furthermore with Pixar in 1995. Early animated series on television. Animation became very popular on television in the United States and many other countries. Cartoons were programmed on Saturday mornings and other time slots that were convenient for children. The back catalogue of animated cartoons, originally produced for a short theatrical run, now proved very valuable for television broadcast, and many classical series thus found a new life. With many reruns, at the end of 1950s, production of animated cartoons started to shift from theatrical releases to TV series. The constraints of American television programming resulted in cheaper and quicker limited animation methods. Hanna-Barbera production was easily prolific on television with programs such as The Rough and Ready Show, The Huckleberry Hound Show, the first of our television program to feature only animation, the Quick Draw McGraw Show, Flintstones, the first prime time animated series, the Yogi Bear Show, the Jetsons and Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Other early televised hit series were Terry Toons, Tom Terrific and Deputy Dog. Japanese anime productions became very popular. Since 1970s, computer animation has become popular since Toy Story, the first feature-length animated film completely made using this technique. In 2008, the animation market was worth $68.4 billion. Animation as an art and industry continues to thrive as of the middle 2010s because well-made animated projects can find audiences across borders and in all four quadrants. Animated feature films returned the highest gross margins, around 52% of all film genres in 2004-2013. Traditional animation film studios switched to producing mostly computer animated films since the 1990s as box office statistics deemed cheaper and more profitable. However, 3D animation is not without its limitations. The unique attraction of 2D art like Osamu Tezuka's cannot be rendered properly. Studios sought to evolve the medium and overcome some of the technical limitations that traditional animation had, focusing on organic and volumetric lighting and texturing to give their films a unique look while maintaining a handcrafted 2D and 3D technology hybrids allow for a unique style animation that combine expressiveness of 2D, dimensionality of CG. Animation has been very popular in television commercials both due to its graphic appeal and the humor it can provide. Some animated characters in commercials have survived for decades, such as Snap, Crackle and Pop-In advertisements for Kellogg's cereals. The legendary animation director Tex Avery was a producer of the first Raid Kills Bugs Dead commercials in 1966, which were very successful for the company. Criticism of animation has been common in media and cinema since its inception. With its popularity, a large amount of criticism has arisen, especially animated feature-length films. Many concerns of cultural representation, psychological effects on children have been brought up around the animation industry, which has remained rather politically unchanged and stagnant since its inception into the mainstream culture. In more recent times, Disney has been trying to make up for the criticism regarding their racism against Africanism. For example, in the movie Princess and the Frog, Africanism is seen in almost every corner of the movie. When they are singing Dig a Little Deeper, there are colorful bottles seen hanging from the trees, which African Americans communities believed that the bottles warned of civil spirits. During the 1600 to 1800, enslaved Africans brought these beliefs back with them from Africa. Mama Woodley from the Princess and the Frog is depicted as a voodoo priestess of Louisiana from generation of voodoo. The creation of non-trivial animation works that's longer than a few seconds has developed as a form of filmmaking with certain unique aspects. Traits common to both live action and animated feature length films are labor intensity and high production costs. The most important difference is that once a film is in the production phase, the marginal cost of one more shot is higher for animated films than live action films. It is relatively easy for a director to ask for one more take during principal photography of a live action film, but every take on animated film must be mutually rendered by animators, although the task of rendering slightly different takes has been made less tedious by modern computer animation. It is pointless for a studio to pay the salaries of dozens of animators to spend weeks creating a visually dazzling 5-minute scene if that scene fails to effectively advance the plot of the film. Thus, animation studios, starting with Disney, began the practice in 1930s of maintaining story departments where storyboard artists develop every single scene through storyboards, then handing the film over to the animators only after the production team is satisfied that all the scenes make the scene as a whole. While live action films are now also storyboarded, they enjoy more latitude to depart from storyboards. That is the real time improvisation. Another problem unique to animation is the requirement to maintain films consistency from start to finish, even as films have grown longer and teams have grown larger. Animators, like all artists, necessarily have individual styles, but must subordinate their individuality in a consistent way to whatever style is employed on a particular film. Since the early 1980s, teams of about 500 to 600 people, of whom 50 to 670 are animators, typically have created feature-length animated films. It is relatively easy for 2 or 3 artists to match their styles. Synchronizing those of dozen of artists is more difficult. The problem is usually solved by having a separate group of visual development artists develop an overall look and palette for each film before the animation begins. Character designers on the visual development team draw model sheets to show how each character should look like, with the different facial expressions posed in different positions and viewed from different angles. On traditionally animated projects, maquettes were often sculpted to further help the animators see how characters would look from different angles. Unlike live action films, animated films were traditionally developed beyond the synopsis stage through the storyboard format. The storyboard artist would then receive credit for writing the film. In the early 1960s, animation studios began hiring professional screenwriters to write screenplays, while also continuing to use story departments, and screenplays had become commonplace for animated films by late 1980s. An animator is an artist who creates a visual sequence or audio visual, if added sound, of multiple sequential images that generate the illusion of the movement. That is an animation. Animations are currently in many areas of technology and video, such as cinema, television, video games or the internet. Generally, these works require the collaboration of several animators. The measures to create these images depend on the animator and style that one wants to achieve, with images generated by a computer manually. Animators can be divided into animators of characters, artists who are specialized in the movements, dialogue and acting of the characters, and animators of special effects. Traditional animation, also called cell animation or hand-drawn animation, was the process used for most animated films of 20th century. The individual frames of a traditionally animated film are photographs of drawings first drawn on paper. To create the illusion of movement, each drawing differs slightly from the one before it. The animator's drawings are traced or photocopied onto transparent acetate sheets called cells, which are filled in with paints in assigned colors or tones on the side opposite the line drawings. The completed character cells are photographed one by one against a painted background by a rostrum camera onto motion picture film. The traditional cell animation process became obsolete by the beginnings of the 21st century. Today, animators' drawings and the backgrounds are either scanned into or drawn directly into a computer system. Various software programs are used to color the drawings and simulate camera movement and effects. The final animated piece is output to one of the several delivery media, including traditional 35mm film and newer media with digital video. The look of the traditional cell animation is still preserved, and the character animators' work has remained essentially the same over the past 70 years. Some animation producers have used the term tra-digital to play on the words traditional and digital to describe cell animation that uses significant computer technology. Examples of traditionally animated feature films include Pinocchio, United States 1940, Animal Farm, United Kingdom 1954, Lucky and Zorba, Italy 1998, and The Illusionist, British French 2010. Traditionally animated films produced with the aid of computer technology include The Lion King, US 1994, The Prince of Egypt, US 1998, Akira, Japan 1988, Spirited Away, Japan 2001, The Triplets of Belleville, France 2003, and The Secret of Kells, Irish French, Belgium 2009. Full animation refers to the process of producing high quality traditionally animated films that regularly use detailed drawings and plausible movement having a smooth animation. Fully animated films can be made in a variety of styles, from more realistically animated works like these produced by the Walt Disney Studio, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, to the more cartoon styles of the Warner Brothers Animation Studio. Many of the Disney animated features are examples of full animation, as are non-Disney works. The Secret of NIMH, US 1982, Iron Giant, US 1999, and Nocturna, Spain 2007. Fully animated films are animated at 24 frames per second with a combination of animation on 1s and 2, meaning that drawings can be held for 1 frame out of 24 or 2 frames out of 24. Limited animation involves the use of less detailed or more stylized drawings, methods of movement, usually a choppy or skippy movement animation. Limited animation uses fewer drawings per second, thereby limiting the fluidity of the animation. This is a more economic technique pioneered by the artists at the American studio United Productions of America. Limited animation can be used as a method of stylized artistic expression, as in Gerald McBoing Boeing US 1951, Yellow Submarine UK 1968, and certain animal produced in Japan and certain anime produced in Japan 54. It is its primary use, however, has been in producing cost effective animated content for media, for television, the work of Hanna-Barbera, Filmation and other TV animation studios, and later the internet. Rotoscoping is a technique patented by Max Fleischer in 1917, where animators trace live action movement frame by frame. The source film can be directly copied from actors' outlines into animated drawings, as in the Lord of the Rings US 1978, or used in a stylized and expressive manner as in Walking Life US 2001 and a Scanner Darkly US 2006. Some other examples are Fire and Ice US 1983, Heavy Metal 1981 and Akuno Hana 2013. Live action or animation is a technique combining hand-drawn characters into live action shots or live action actors into the animated shots. One of the earlier uses was in Coco, the clown, where Coco was drawn over the live action footage. Walt Disney and UB Iwerks created a series of Alice comedies 1923 to 1927, in which a live action girl enters an animated world. Other examples include Allegro non troppo, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Space Jam and Osmosis Jones. Stop motion animation is used to describe animation created by physically manipulating real world objects and photographing them one frame of film at a time to create the illusion of movement. There are many different types of stop motion animation, usually named after the medium used to create the animation. Computer software is widely available to create this type of animation. Traditional stop motion animation is usually less expensive but more time consuming to produce than current computer animation. Puppet animation typically involves stop motion puppet figures interlacing a constructed environment, in contrast to real world interaction in model animation. The puppets generally have an armature inside of them to keep them still and steady to constrain their motion to particular joints. Examples include The Tale of Fox, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and the films of Gerald Trinka, and the adult animated sketch comedy television series Robot Chicken. Puppetoon, created using techniques developed by George Paul, are puppet animated films that typically use a different version of puppet for different frames rather than simply manipulating one existing puppet. Clay animation or plasticine animation, often called claymation, which however is a trademarked name, uses figures made of clay or a similar malleable material to create stop motion animation. The figures may have an armature or wireframe inside, similar to the related puppet animation below, that can be manipulated to pose the figures. Alternatively, the figures may be made entirely of clay. In the films of Bruce Bickford, where clay creatures morph into a variety of different shapes. Examples of clay animated works include The Gumby Show, Meow Meow, Morph Shots, Wallace and Gromit Shots, John Swansmere's Dimensions of Dialogue, The Trapdoor. Films include Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of Wer Rabbit, Chicken Run, and Adventures of Mark Twain. Model animation. Model animation refers to stop motion animation created to interact with and exist as part of live action world. Intercutting, matte effects and split screens are often employed to blend stop motion characters or objects with live actors and settings. Examples include the work of Ray Harryhausen as seen in films Jason and the Argonauts, and the work of William H. O'Brien on films King Kong. 2D animation. 2D animation figures are created or edited on the computer using 2D bitmap graphics and 2D vector graphics. This includes automated computerized versions of traditional animation techniques, interpolated morphing, onion skinning, and interpolated Rotoscoping. 2D animation has many applications including analog computer animation, flash animation and PowerPoint animation. Cinemagraphs are still photographs in the form of an animated GIF file of which part is animated. Final line advection animation is a technique used in 2D animation to give artists, animators more influence and control over the final product, as everything is done with the same department. Speaking about using this approach in Paperman, John Kahan said that our animators can change things, actually erase away the CG underlayer if they want and change the profile of the arm. 3D animation is digitally modeled and manipulated by an animator. The animator usually starts by creating a 3D polygon mesh to manipulate. A mesh typically includes many vertices that are connected by edges and faces, which give them the visual appearance of form to a 3D object or a 3D environment. Sometimes the mesh is given an internal digital skeletal structure called an armature that can be used to control the mesh by weighing the vertices. This process is called rigging and can be used in conjunction with keyframes to create movement. Other techniques can be applied, mathematical functions, example gravity, particle simulations. Simulated fur or hair and effects, fire and water simulations. These techniques fall under the category of 3D dynamics. In this lesson, I have explained the origin and history of the animation. It is a method or tool that students of visual communication need to know to get trained in appropriate program or software. The lesson dealt with different formats of animation that existed before cinematography came into existence. The lesson also brought to the knowledge of the students two prominent cultures of animation, 2D and 3D. It also dealt with how computer generated animation has evolved different formats of animation. In fact, the lesson also explained how the television has appropriated a maximum of the technological developments in the field of animation. Later, the animation industry has grown up as a supporting sector to film and television production. Each sector is performing a dedicated program that is useful, making the animation films innovatively and differently.